Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Natalia Leigh. I'm an indie author and the managing editor at Enchanted Ink Publishing, and it is officially NaNoWriMo. Welcome to day one of my NaNoWriMo vlogs. It is 6 p.m. and I have not nanoed yet today. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna get that done. If you don't already know, if you haven't been following along with my recent writing vlogs, I just recently, within the past few weeks, published a romance novel, the first in a planned trilogy, and I am now working on book 2 in that romance trilogy. I am this close to being done with the first draft. You can check the video that's coming out literally right before this one, either right before or right after, because I'm working on editing that video too, and I wanted to get that done today. But I am this close to finishing the first draft, and for NaNoWriMo, I am going to be working on the second draft. And there was a bunch of drama in like the last week in terms of getting my outline sorted out and like revisiting the outline and having to change some things. So I worked through a lot of that this past week. It shifted my perspective on what I wanted to do for Nano. So instead of doing a traditional NaNoWriMo this year, which was originally my plan, I am going to be editing draft 1 of book 2 of my paranormal romance trilogy. So again, welcome or welcome back. Let's go ahead and maybe grab a tea. I'm very thirsty, so I'm actually gonna finish my water first, get settled. We'll make a tea in a little bit. I think I'm gonna make a throat coat tea here soon, but I want to edit, essentially, chapter 1 today. So my book has 29 chapters, which means I need to do about 1 chapter per day, and then I can take Thanksgiving off because I love cooking on Thanksgiving, so I'll be spending my day cooking and playing video games and just hanging out. So yeah, it's going to essentially be my goal to edit 1 chapter per day. Some chapters are going to be really, really easy. Some chapters are going to take a lot of work. So I have a feeling that it's just going to be kind of go with the flow. But let's at least get chapter 1 done. As far as I can recall, chapter 1 is pretty solid in this first draft. But even if it is solid in terms of story structure, I will then be looking to do a line edit on it. So, you know, wherever it is along the process, it's going to get a polish, whether that is kind of on the developmental front or on the line level front. So this has been a very long intro already. Go ahead, grab a snack, grab something to drink, maybe grab your manuscript, and let's settle in for NaNoWriMo 2023, day 1. Okay, I wanted to go ahead and give you a little update. It is 7:30 and I just finished editing through chapter 2. They went really well, both of the chapters did. For the most part, I was just doing like line editing changes. Granted, I had left a marginal comment for myself while writing the first draft, that I wanted to add a couple more specific details into chapter 1, so I went ahead and did that. Leaving marginal comments while I'm writing has become a really easy way to make sure I'm not forgetting things that I want in the book without, or what am I trying to say? It's a good way of making sure I'm not forgetting details that I want to add, while also, you know, I'm not having to stop in the middle of writing to go and add them. So marginal comments on Word work really, really well for that, and that's what I'm doing now. So yeah, I've gone ahead and edited 2 chapters, added a few more details, I did a bit of a line edit, and I'm on to chapter 3. And I mentioned in my last vlog, if you watched it, that I had moved my inciting incident to chapter 2, but I was wrong. I had actually moved it to chapter 3. So we're currently at the end of chapter 2. We are sitting at, let me grab my word count real quick because I'm really enjoying doing like percentages to figure out where these beats should kind of generally be falling. at the end of chapter 2, I'm sitting at 5,392 words, which is perfect because that means the inciting incident in chapter 3 will fall around 6,000 words. And based on Save the Cat Writes a Novel, which I actually have right here, based on the kind of story beats and how she breaks them down in here, the inciting incident should be happening around the 10% mark. And I want this book to be about 60,000 words. So the inciting incident happening at 6K is perfect. So that is where I'm at for NaNoWriMo Day 1. It went really, really well. But again, like I said earlier, I figured the first couple chapters were going to be easy because they didn't really need any sort of developmental changes really. But now, like, I already, you know, this past week rewrote chapter 3 and moved the inciting incident into chapter 3. So from chapter 3 forward, I'm going to have to really pay attention and make sure that I am weaving those new details throughout. Because now, and this isn't really a spoiler, obviously, because you guys don't know what this book is titled, but I moved the proposal to chapter 3, and previously the proposal was in chapter 10. So the main character was thinking about, like, is he going to propose, you know, up to chapter 10? And now that he's proposing in chapter 3, I need to, like, remove all of that questioning and, like, wondering that she was doing. And I have to, of course, change up some conversations, and the entire timeline kind of shifts there. So starting in chapter 3, I will definitely have a lot more work to do in terms of editing. So I am glad that I went ahead and did 2 chapters today for Nano Day 1. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to do my best to vlog every day while also keeping these vlogs kind of short and to the point so that I have time to edit them and publish them every day for you guys. So let me know in the comments down below if you are participating in NaNoWriMo, and if so, how Day 1 went for you. Let me know if you're doing a traditional Nano or something a little bit different like I'm doing with this draft 2 edit revision, draft 1 revision, whatever you want to call it, writing draft 2. So yeah, let me know down below how Day 1 went for you, and I will see you tomorrow for NaNoWriMo Day 2.